Welcome back to the Michigan Football Report. One day after the emergency press conference and the 15 mega rumors, we are back with more Michigan football stories to talk about. Kind of give you guys a glimpse of what's going on in the message boards and the underbelly of the internet surrounding Michigan football. Our rumors roundup here for Thursday, December 13th. Jim Harbaugh last weekend after the surrounding the Michigan football award ceremony addressed to ESPN's Adam Schefter the NFL rumors that have been dogging him. We keep talking about the Bet DSI rumors on what team he's going to coach next year, like the Packers and other ones. Did he do that maybe because of the Dax Hill decommitment, but because it was affecting recruiting? I'm giving this one 3 Harbaugh heads that basically Jim Harbaugh says, look, this is a calculated effort by our enemies almost. We saw Chris Carter, the former Ohio State wide receiver from the 80s. All he does is catch touchdown passes. He hasn't done that in a while, so all he does now is makes up rumors about Michigan that is untrue to try and hurt that program. So 3 Harbaugh heads on this one. We've got Harbaugh's quote coming up here from ESPN. They told you ESPN's Adam Schefter. He's like, basically, this is a choreographed message. So Harbaugh is kind of, throwing it out there that this is a scandal that needs to be investigated. You see the quote there on the screen? Basically, it's every year. It's a personal agenda. And I like what he says here. I'm going on the record right here, right now. I'm not going anywhere, staying in Michigan. We have big plans here, and there's a lot we want to accomplish. That is your coach, my coach, our coach, Jim Harbaugh, to ESPN's Adam Schefter this weekend, squashing any rumors of him heading back to the NFL with listen. He doesn't have to listen to this. Doesn't have recruiting parents of recruits ask him about it. So that is why he put it on there. I'm told that Dax Hill, Zach Harrison, these guys, they are hearing these same things, and certainly they're hearing them from opposing coaches that are trying to get their signature next Wednesday on signing day. So that is our first rumor to kick it off. I want to ask you guys a trivia question. Got a great response yesterday. Not too many people knew that answer. Want to see if we can do a little bit better this time. I know the Michigan Football Report fan base is the most educated Michigan football fan base out there because of the great presentation of the host. But nevertheless, answer this question for me below my Twitter Live, Facebook Live, and on the Chat Sports YouTube account. When's the last time a Michigan quarterback ran for 2 touchdowns in a single game? Maybe Shea Patterson will have to do that on December 29th because Michigan doesn't have any other players that are going to be in the game to score touchdowns because they're all skipping it potentially. But nevertheless, want to know from you guys. Answer below. Get those comments going now. I want to see some people making the claim first when they know. Give me the year, give me the player, give me the game. If you know all 3, Michigan quarterback 2 touchdowns. When's the last time it was happened? Maybe who actually did it. Want to remind you guys, we are on Facebook Live, we are on YouTube, we are on Twitter, we are also on Apple Podcasts and now Google Podcasts. But this link here makes it really easy on Apple Podcasts. If you've got an Android, just search Michigan Football Report. Not that tough. You could also say, hey Siri, subscribe to the Michigan Football Report podcast, and they will pop that bad boy up. Does that show up on screen? Look at that bad boy. And they will, boom. Yes. Boom. Done. Subscribe. All right. Quit talking to me there. Okay. That is the way to do it. Chatsports.com/Yoder. Or press that button and say, hey Siri, subscribe to the Michigan Football Report podcast. A notification every time we have a new episode. Watch it for free whenever you want. All right. We've got a 2020 4-star wide receiver from the Detroit area trending towards Michigan. 3 Harbaugh heads in this one. This could be one of those guys who commits the day or two after the 2019 signing day next Wednesday. You might see him, commit on the 20th, the 21st next week, right after the 2019 class puts pen to paper with Michigan. Trending, which is pretty interesting on this one. He was trending towards Ohio State. Man's name is Rashawn Williams out of Detroit, trending towards Ohio State for the longest time, but visited Michigan a bunch throughout this season. 24/7 Sports has him as the number 146 player overall in the 2020 class. Rashawn Williams said basically, my boys are at Michigan. You see there, 2020 Michigan commits Andre Selden, Cornell Wheeler, also a high school teammate a couple years back when he was a freshman, and Tom Ambry Thomas was a senior and has long been considered an OSU lean. But Urban Meyer going to retirement home, and of course his friends telling him all kinds of love for Michigan. Looks like he will be trained in Michigan. Rashawn Williams could be Michigan's next commit in the 2020 class, and you could be hooked up this holiday season from Chat Sports and BetDSI. I know you've seen this ad before, and hundreds of you have participated. And if you haven't yet, let's get you going now because we've got an extra special hookup. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code GOBLUE. Put some money in the Michigan Bowl game. Put some money on the Lions, NFL, Michigan basketball. You can't lose. Every time you bet them, guaranteed to win, probably. You sign up and deposit with BetDSI. You make your first deposit. DM me on Twitter. I will send you a maize, a blue, or the combo baseball pack jersey. You get a 120% deposit bonus. Let me do some math. I'm going to put a 50 burger down in BetDSI. I've got 60 extra in bonus money. Plus, James Yoder in the Chat Sports Michigan Football Report will send me a Michigan football jersey or one of these high-performance long-sleeve maize and blue Block M shirts. What are you waiting for? Get your ass in gear. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code GOBLUE. Let Santa James, Uncle Jimmy, let me hook you up this holiday season. And by the way, you can pick the size. So if you want to give it away to a friend, you want to give it away to a loved one, as all you basically getting a free gift. It's kind of like re-gifting. I gift you, you gift someone else. Tell me anybody else hooking you up like the Michigan Football Report. All right, that is the holiday giveaway. Now let's talk about a present to Michigan football fans everywhere coming to Ann Arbor in a matter of weeks. Giles Jackson, a guy I really like following on Twitter because he'll tip people's hands when there's more, another commit coming. He'll put some word out there. He clowned on Tim Drevno we saw a while back. He kind of maybe reveals a little too much. Probably not the guy you want to tell your deepest, darkest secrets to. They'll end up on Twitter. But nevertheless, he put out his 2018 high school football highlight reel in the last couple days. And let me tell you, it is remarkable. So he is a freak. It's one of the best films I've ever seen. I couldn't get enough. We're going to toss it up here. G5 is kind of the nickname, Giles Jackson, out of Northern California. He was in middle school. He was kind of ending elementary school when Jim Harbaugh was with San Francisco. When he was even younger in grade school, he was at Stanford. So Jim Harbaugh was the coach, the local coach, him going up there in Northern California when Giles Jackson was growing up, kind of like kindergarten through 8th grade. Jim Harbaugh was the man and certainly had an affinity for Coach Harbaugh. His parents did as well. 5'8", 175. I really think, folks, I know he played a lot of running back, played a little wide receiver. I think this is Michigan's next Desmond Howard. We all remember Desmond Howard, 5'8", 5'9", just lightning quick, fast over the field. Giles Jackson makes plays. I didn't think this would be a guy who made an impact next year, but I actually can see him getting a lot of playing time next year. Not only a wide receiver, potentially return game, jet sweep. I can also see him getting a package out of the backfield as a running back. So Giles Jackson, sir, you are a freak of nature. You'll be in Ann Arbor in about 3 weeks in early enrollee, and I cannot wait to see some footage from him from spring practice. Let's take a look at the Harbaugh Heads rumor meter. If you haven't watched the program before, 0 Harbaugh Heads, totally false, fake news. 1 Harbaugh Heads, 2 Harbaugh Heads. It's a 0 to 4 Harbaugh Heads scale, resulting, ending in the 4 Harbaugh Heads. F-A-C-K, fact. That is how Jim Harbaugh spells fact. That is how we spell it here at the Michigan Football Report by Chat Sports. Speaking of Giles Jackson, speaking of the man who might be Michigan's next Desmond Howard, happy birthday to Giles Jackson. Had his birthday on Tuesday, December 11th, and check this out. Just turned 17, so try this on for size, folks. Has the same birthday as Shea Patterson's brother, who was a 2020 Michigan commit. Shea Patterson's brother, junior in high school, just turned 18. Senior high school Giles Jackson turned 17 on Tuesday. Shea's brother, junior high school, turned 18. Giles Jackson will not turn 18 years old until a few weeks after the Michigan-Ohio State game next year. So he will play his entire freshman year as a 17-year-old. So he potentially probably should be a junior in high school. With those kind of abilities, a 4-star, top 300 player in the country, I think the sky is the limit for this young man. December 11th, hit him up on Twitter. Giles Jackson, hit him up on Twitter with a happy birthday, and you tell him a Michigan Football Report sent you. If you are a sneakerhead, if you like to get shoes, like to get Michigan football Jordans, there is a new pair likely headed or potentially headed your way. 2 Harbaugh Heads on this one. A lot of chatter out there that these, we're going to throw them up on screen here in a moment. I'm going to press this button. Boom. They're going to go up on screen. There you go. New Jordan 12. All white. A little maize and blue action. You kind of look at the tongue. They've got the Michigan logo and all that stuff. I'm not a fan of these. I'm a big Jordan guy. I I like those. I've got many pairs, several of the Michigan versions. I think these are pretty ugly, but they'll probably run $220 like most of the Jordan shoes will run of the 12 throwbacks. So new Jordan 12s coming summer to spring, summer 2019 is the word out there on the sneaker blog. So if you are a sneakerhead, keep your eye on those 2 Harbaugh heads because people are talking. Is Michigan, are they going to play football in South Africa, Brazil, and visit Fidel Castro and those commies in Cuba? Well, it's 4 Harbaugh heads, but not for a game. It is the updated, is the next generation of the Michigan football spring football tour next year. They will be heading to South Africa. That is not news to anyone. But take a look at the other 2 places. How about Brazil, man? That's pretty wild and crazy down there. You never know what's going to happen down at Brazil. Then they will head to Cuba in 2021. So South Africa, Brazil, Cuba. If you're a recruit out there, you want to take these awesome trips, come to the University of Michigan. 4 Harbaugh heads on that one. Again, do you want to get hooked up with a Michigan football jersey or the Block M maize and blue long sleeve shirt? Chat Sports, BetDSI, hooking you up this football season. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code GOBLUE. Hook you up with a free Michigan football jersey and 120% deposit bonus to bet on football, basketball, soccer if you want, hockey, baseball. I started betting on NBA games. I know a guy, we're going to talk about this on our Cowboys Report show later this week. We have a guy who signed up with BetDSI, bet $700 on an NBA parlay, and won $70,000. A young man out of Odessa, Texas. Let me tell you that. I talked to him on the phone the other day. I just couldn't believe it. He is crushing it. We're going to hook you up. Think about this. You put in 50, put in $100, 120% deposit bonus. Let's say 100. You get 120 extra in your account, plus a jersey or an awesome premium Jordan brand Michigan long sleeve maize and blue shirt. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code GOBLUE. DM me on Twitter when you are done, and I will get the information. We'll ship that out to you within a matter of days. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays from Chat Sports and BetDSI. The answer to the trivia question, it's not Denard Robinson, it's not Devin Gardner. How about Jake Rudock? 2 touchdowns rushing, short touchdowns, but nevertheless 2 touchdowns rushing against BYU in Michigan's shutout victory in the 2015 season. That is the answer to our Michigan Football Report trivia question here for this Thursday, December 13, Rumors Roundup. Again, I am James Yoder, the face of Michigan football media, coming at you with another Rumors Roundup. We will see you Friday for our Michigan football fan rumors. Go Blue.